Hello my children. Today's video is a little different from my other videos. This is actually my first time making a boyfriend challenge content, and I made this at 1 AM, so there will be a lot of mistakes I probably overlooked. Anyway, thank you so much to Toga-chan for actually encouraging me in making this. Anyway, let's start. Cha-cha real smooth in their DMs. Saturday, 10:30 AM. Wow, this GC still exists? Hello there then. The last sent message here was almost a year ago. Anyway, hey there. Ko-chan. Koa. Tsumu. I don't quite remember why I was here in this group chat. Same here. Great king. So this is what you call the revival of the dead group chat. Yams, we're in a GC filled with pretty setters, OMG. I feel honored. Person bowing deeply. I didn't think you'd all reply, I thought this was completely dead. Wait, I scrolled through our old messages. Holy I, this GC was about us gossiping over our crushes before. And here we are, already in a relationship with them. Who knew? Kenma, we all knew that you'd eventually end up with Kuru. Hashtag, childhood best friend things. I don't disagree, nor do I agree. But there's one thing I'd like to say. And it's, Kuru's thighs. That's it. Thank you for your time. Still as whipped for Kuru, I see. Have you seen Daichi's thighs? And Mayumi's? So we're all whipped for our boyfriends, then. Yeah. Oh my god, I have an idea. Let's add one more person first. Iko added Suna to the group chat. Hi. Hello bestie. Tsumu. Hey. Be enthusiastic for once. Suna. I am. Yay. Clown face. Alrighty then. Wanna do a boyfriend challenge on our boyfriends? Hopefully it isn't those let's break up ones. Yeah, let's not do that ever again, Yams. Yup. Don't worry, it's completely harmless. Is no one going to talk about what happened between Yams and Tsukishima and Shoyo with KageHina? What's with the quotes? Apparently not. Man with light skin tone in business suit levitating. Man dancing. Let's do a trust fall challenge. Ahoho. I'm interested, carry on. Anyway, the best response to the trust fall wins. If they couldn't catch you, then you'll lose the game. Today's a Saturday, and I'm sure you guys are probably with your boyfriend's place or them in yours, right? So, you guys down? Yup. I'm still walking over at Tsuki's, but yeah. Still waiting for Kuru to show up. I guess it doesn't hurt to do so. I'm down. I want to see Ko's reaction, so I'm in, I guess. But Kayama and I need to win, so yes, I'm in. Great. Everyone must type the outcome here once you've done the challenge. Let the battle of boyfriends begin. I still didn't agree to this. I'll throw your eyeliner away if you don't. I have cursed pictures of you in my phone that I could show Sakusa anytime I want. Don't test me. Just do it. Fine. Iwaizumi and Ikoa. Ikoa turns his phone off and stifles a chuckle. He glances next to Iwaizumi beside him on the bed, sleeping peacefully. His right arm was wrapped around his waist while his face was buried in one of the soft pillows. The two of them spent the night together, playing video games, binge-watching movies on Netflix, dancing to random music, cuddling, and, basically, having the most well-spent Friday nights together. Ikoa longs for more of these to come, not only every Friday where they don't need to worry about assignments, but every day, every night, every moment spent with him. Forever, in short. He wanted to do the challenge as soon as he wakes up and wanted to see how he'd react. He'd probably get mad at him, but Ikoa wanted to take the risk. Just because, you know. He decided to cook a late breakfast meal for them. They overslept, but thank goodness it's a Saturday. Minutes after Ikoa went over to Iwaizumi's kitchen and finished making some pancakes, he heard the door creaking open, followed by light footsteps on the floor. Ikoa smirks to himself. Baby? You here? He spots Iwaizumi waddling towards him, his eyes groggy and his hair even more messier than it usually was. Iwaizumi yawns tiredly and stretches. I'm sorry I woke up late. What are you make? Iwa-chan. Trust fall. Ikoa turns to his back and jumped, mentally hoping Iwaizumi could catch him or he'd hit the ground and hurt his back. Especially since he made the wrong twist and accidentally twisted his foot a little, to the point where it only hurts just slightly. Slightly, meaning it hurts a lot when he accidentally tapped his foot on the floor. Wait, baby. Iwaizumi was able to break free from the tiredness he was still feeling and managed to catch Oikoa, swooping him in a bridal-style embrace. He glares at a grinning grimace look Oikoa was giving him as he gestures shyly to Iwaizumi, letting his index hit one another as he looks at Iwaizumi's biceps. Good morning Iwa-chan. How'd you sleep? Did you dream of me? Oikoa then strokes Iwaizumi's biceps, cooing. Your biceps looks splendid this morning. Iwaizumi grunts in annoyance, his glare never wavering the slightest. Yes, I slept well. With you in my arms, it was a perfect slumber. Oikoa kisses his cheek and smirks. So, tell me. Yes, biceps? Iwaizumi pinches the side of his stomach. Fine, I'll be serious. Oikoa started flailing his arms around and whined about his bruised side, dramatically telling Iwaizumi that he's going to die from his pinches. Iwaizumi rolls his eyes at his childish behavior. He clears his throat. Oikoa. Oikoa gave him the fakest, sweetest smile he could ever muster up to, as well as trying not to grimace from the pain below. Yes, honey bunch. If I didn't catch you in time, there would be a big chance you'll injure head, and probably injure your bad knee. Iwaizumi frowns at him, looking down at his bad knee. But I can always trust Iwa-chan. I know Iwa-chan will always catch me whenever I fall. Oikoa gave him an Eskimo kiss and pokes his cheek softly. Just like this. He whispers, staring at Iwaizumi's eyes, filled with love. Iwaizumi gives out a low chuckle and breathes out a sigh. Of course I would. But what if? Oikoa places a finger on his lips, shushing him. But you caught me. But you caught me. Iwaizumi grunts. Fine. Just don't do that again when I'm still half asleep, okay? We might not be lucky this time. Then I'll do it when you're wide awake then. Iwaizumi gave him a challenging look, raising his eyebrows questioningly. Challenge accepted, Toru. Good luck, honey bunch. Iwaizumi was about to put him down on the ground until Oikoa yelps in pain. Whoa, hey. What's wrong? Oikoa, his face filled with pain, gave him a grimace-like smile. I kind of, sprained my foot in the process. Iwaizumi closes his eyes then breathes in. Damn it Shitakoa, I already told you that. As Iwaizumi started lecturing an in pain Oikoa while looking for a first aid kit in one of the kitchen cabinets, with Oikoa almost in tears probably from both the pain on his foot and Iwaizumi's lecture and fuming red expression. Yamaguchi was wondering how and when would he do the trust fall challenge. Tsukishima and Yamaguchi. Okay, how on earth am I going to do this? As Yamaguchi paced around Tsukishima's room, being too familiar with his surroundings knowing that he had visited his room years ago, while waiting for Tsukishima to come out from the bathroom, he ponders in different scenarios or different ways of doing the trust fall challenge Oikoa had told them. Had they completed the challenge yet? How did they do it? Did they just randomly jump on their boyfriend's screaming trust fall and not think about whether they could catch them or not? What if Tsuki couldn't catch him? He'd be in pain then. But then again Tsukishima. He then felt soft hands on both of his shoulders, those hands squeezing his shoulders reassuringly. Yams? Why are you staring at the wall? You look like you're investigating a recent crime scene here. Alternatively, you look like that one boy who eats hair for powers. Tsukishima placed a hand on his chin, thinking. The resemblance is uncanny. Tsukishima then stared at the floor, looking like he was deep in his thoughts. You guys look like siblings. Not only do you guys have the same hair color and all, but you're both cinnamon rolls or whatever the hell you call them. Although that Deku kid is 5 feet 5 and you're 5 feet 10, and you're both first years, you guys would look like siblings and that idiot duo, Kajiyama and Hinata, but they probably wouldn't be recognized it who's who. Yamaguchi tried not to laugh, looking away from his boyfriend, breathing in a deep breath, and puffed his cheeks. Shintaro Midorima's secret love child? Yamaguchi couldn't hold it in any longer. Maybe you're. Oh, what are you laughing for? Yamaguchi Tadashi, what are you laughing about? As Yamaguchi started laughing hysterically, doubling over and clutching his stomach while his eyes watered a little, he forgot about the whole trust fall challenge he was so worried about. Are you laughing because of the love child thing? I was joking. Yamaguchi laughed harder when he saw how flustered Tsukishima looked as he stared at how much Yamaguchi was laughing. Even though Tsukishima is always so serious and smart, this side of him was one of the reason why Yamaguchi fell in love with him. I can't. Yamaguchi tried catching his breath. His face is flushed while his breathing was ragged. Tsukishima, on the other hand, was annoyed, but his face was red. Solely because he thought Yamaguchi looks so cute whenever he laughs. When Yamaguchi finally caught his breath, he places both of his hands on his knees and huffed out loud, then chuckles. "You're funny, Tsuki. And really adorable too." Tsukishima's face turned to an even darker shade of red. He looks away and hid his hands behind his back. "Shut up." Yamaguchi smirks at him. "If Hinata and KageHina heard what you said, they would never let it go." Yamaguchi started laughing once more. Secret love child from a B basketball player. Tsukishima glares at Yamaguchi. "Fine. Don't expect to get any kisses from me anytime soon." Tsukishima turned his back to him and started walking towards his study desk, ignoring Yamaguchi's whining. "Tsuki, come on. I was kidding, please don't get mad at me." As Yamaguchi was about to walk over to his boyfriend, he accidentally stepped on one of Tsukishima's dinosaur printed polo and slipped, making him lose his balance. Yamaguchi shrieked. His eyes widened in horror as his face was only a few inches away from the wooden bedstand that would permanently blind him forever. Yamaguchi closed his eyes and waited for the pain to sear right through his eyes until he felt a pair of arms snaking around his waist, hoisting him up. Yamaguchi opened one eye and saw a concerned-looking Tsukishima, glancing down at him with worry. His face was only a few inches away from his breath hitching unnoticeably. "Tadashi, are you alright?" Yamaguchi chuckled nervously at the proximity and formed his fingers into a gun, pretending to shoot his boyfriend on the chest while saying "pow pow" as his very own sound effects. "Aha, trustful." Tsukishima squinted his eyes at him. "Aha. You caught me. You're acting suspicious." "I'm not." Tsukishima lifts him up, placing his boyfriend on his shoulder. Yamaguchi squealed at the swift movement and started punching Tsukishima's back. "Tsuki, put me down. Not until you tell me why you're acting sus, and why you were staring at my wall for no reason." Tsukishima shakes him a little, earning another squeal from Yamaguchi. Fine. Now put me down. I think I'm going to bath." "Good." As Tsukishima gently puts him down on his bed, with him lying beside him and hugging him from the side and placing his chin on Yamaguchi's chest, Yamaguchi breathes in and, in a second, Yamaguchi explains the whole challenge Oikawa made them do. Tsukishima gave him an exasperated look. "Of course, it's Oikawa. Should have known." Yamaguchi squished his face together and gave him a pout. "It's alright, Tsuki. At least you caught me." Tsukishima huffs and buries his face on Yamaguchi's neck. Yamaguchi chuckles. "In the meantime, while we wait for the others to inform us about how it went for them, how about we watch Jurassic Park again, huh?" Tsukishima softly gave him a quick peck on his cheek and nods, acting like spoiled child. "I'll take that as a yes." As Yamaguchi and Tsukishima binge-watched Jurassic Park for who knows how many times they did, Yamaguchi stifling another laughter when he saw Tsukishima getting teary-eyed because of the dinosaur that was left behind. Kenma didn't think that something surprising might happen, and it's all because of a silly trust fall. Kuru and Kenma. Why did I even agree to this? This is stupid. Kenma scrolls through their old messages about the trust fall challenge, only to realize that it's stupid. To him, in the least. Stupid trust fall, stupid challenge, stupid Oikawa, stupid boyfriend. There was a knock on Kenma's door, cutting him off. Kenma's eyes widened slightly, hoping that, if it was Kuru, he didn't hear what he was muttering about. The door bursts open, revealing a grinning Kuru in his comfy clothes while holding a Tupperware on his right and a plastic cup on left. "Ken. Hey. I got you apple pie and apple juice." "Not so, stupidly handsome boyfriend," Kenma mutters. Kuru gives him a wink and walks over to Kenma's study table and places the Tupperware and the plastic cup on top of it. Kenma smiles at him when Kuru turns around to face him, giving Kuru a mini heart attack as he gives him a genuine smile. "Thank you, love." Kuru's grin drops. "Hey Kenma." Kenma looks over at Kuru with worry, noticing how his eyes started to water, just a little. TsukiYama. Kuru runs up to Kenma and lifts him up in the air, twirling around, laughing with tears in his eyes. Kuro, put me down, holy shizzles please. Kuru places Kenma back on his feet. Kenma getting a bit dizzy and cups his face to prevent him from losing his own balance. When he's finally sure that he can stand properly without getting dizzy, he glares at a beaming Kuru, his arms still wrapped around his waist. What the hell was that for? Kuru smirks. You called me love. So? Kuru frowns at his response. You don't like pet names because it's stupid. You never called me love before. Kenma pouts frustratedly and looks away, his face turning to a darker shade of red as he mumbles something incoherent under his breath. What? Kenma mumbles again, but his voice clearer than before. Kuru's eyes widened at his response. I don't think it's stupid. I lied. I want to call you some cute pet name or whatever. Kenma turned an even darker shade of red. And Kenma points his index fingers and looks down. I don't say this often, but I think you're really handsome. And I called you love because I love you so much. Kenma then shyly hides behind his hair, hiding his face from Kuru. He then felt Kuru's fingers brushing his hair away from his face. Kuru's face was only inches away from his, which made Kenma blush even more. Kuru chuckles at him and tucked a strand of hair behind his ear. He then softly placed his hand on his head top and grins. You're adorable, Pudding. Kuru kissed him on his forehead, then turned his back to him, facing towards Kenma's bed where his games were spread messily on the sheets. Kuru knew how shy Kenma actually is. Even though it's almost a year since they've been dating, Kuru knows that Kenma is still getting used to being in a relationship, so he didn't bother teasing him about the fact that he complimented him. As Kuru was about to take another step towards his bed, Kenma suddenly huffs frustratedly. Here it goes. Kuru twists his body to face Kenma, confused as ever. Trustful. Kenma then turned his back to him, closing his eyes shut tightly, waiting for his back to hit the ground. He then felt a pair of arms swooping him in the air, then pressed against their chests, their heartbeats beating fast, in sync. Oi. Kenma. Thank God I caught you. Kenma sighs in relief and smiles tiredly at him. Oh, would you look at that. I fell for you. Again. Kuru had a slight blush on his face as he looks down at Kenma, confusion written on his face. I don't know what the hell is up with you today, but, no complaints, though. Kenma, is that even you? Kenma pinches his biceps. Kuru whines. Yeah, definitely you. Kenma smiles to himself. Now, put me down? Kuru smirks. Kenma's eyes widened in fear. Oh god no. Tickle tickle. Kuru. Kuru then started tickling Kenma on his bed. Kenma laughing hysterically with tears in his eyes and Kuru not giving him breather and laughs hysterically with him. As Kenma was being tickled mercilessly by Kuru, Hinata made either a horrible, or good, decision, by doing the trustful. KageHina and Hinata. Oi. Bakayama. What's up with you today? Hinata places his hands on his hip as he inspects his boyfriend. KageHina looking like he was deep in his thoughts. It has been an hour since Ikoa last texted the group chat, but he didn't do the trustful challenge on KageHina yet. He was thinking of the perfect timing. Huh? Oh, sorry. Hinata twists his head to the side. Don't lie to me, Bakayama. Something's clearly wrong. KageHina stayed quiet, his face showing that he was still deep in his own thoughts. Hinata rolls his eyes. He picks up the volleyball on the ground in front of him, then throws it at KageHina's stomach. Not too hard enough, though. KageHina snaps out of his thoughts and glares at him. Boke. Hinata. Boke. Hinata rolls his eyes. Finally. Now, tell me what's bothering you. KageHina sighs and looks away, his face stoic. It's nothing, seriously. Hinata walks up to him and pinched his cheeks. Ow. Ow. Fine. Hinata smiles contently. It's just, I don't know why, but I couldn't sleep well last night. Hinata frowns. Oh. Yeah. Hinata gives him a tight hug. KageHina returning the favor, burying his face on Hinata's poofy hair. A few moments later, KageHina lets go of Hinata and scratched the back of his neck, his face turning a bright shade of red. Hinata glances up at him, tilting his head to the side. Sorry about that. Sorry for what? I was out of it today, and we couldn't play volleyball properly and it's been an hour. Hinata playfully punches his shoulder. Don't apologize, Kags. Especially when it's something that has been bothering you. Volleyball can wait. KuroKen gave him a tight-lipped smile. Well, I couldn't sleep last night because I thought that I could never be a good enough setter like Oikawa-san, or Akaashi-san, or even Sugawara-san. I feel like I don't deserve my spot as a regular. Hinata pinches his arm again, but tighter. Shoyo. KuroKen whines and rubs his bruised arm. You and Kenma hang out too much. Hinata pouts angrily at him. I don't want to hear it. What? I don't want to hear you say something so low of yourself, Tobio. Hinata intertwines their fingers together. KuroKen blushing profusely. You're an amazing setter and Coach UK made you a regular for a reason. And you're popular in volleyball and was entitled as the king of the court, not because of what had happened in middle school, but because you're a great setter. You're all like Bam. Then who? KuroKen smiles a little. Now if I ever hear you say that, I'll pinch you harder. KuroKen grimaces. Okay. Hinata smiles proudly. Let's continue. Alright. KuroKen turns his back to him, and was about to pick up the volleyball on the ground until Hinata, his voice cracking, yells. Trust fall. Hinata was confident. For nothing. As his back hits the ground, KuroKen kneels on the ground, his face filled with confusion. Is your brain doing okay? Hinata snarls at him. You're supposed to catch me, idiot. KuroKen narrowed his eyes at him. Who in the name of my precious milk are you calling idiot? Hinata slowly sat up from the ground, holding his in pain back. Wow, is your milk more valuable than me? And yes, I'm calling you idiot. That's why I said trust fall. Why you little? As the two started arguing, there were a lot in store for them. Will they succeed? Or would they lose the challenge? What would happen next?